We planned our trip in such a way that we would arrive at Pinawala Elephant Orphanage on our way to Kandy from Sigiriya at around afternoon time. So the place is well maintained. You would see sanitizers around, and there is a gift shop as well as you enter the place. The ticket prices are mentioned in the video as well, and what are the daily activities that are carried on, that also you would see as we go along. So you can take a pause maybe in the video and you would understand that at 10 o'clock and at 2 p.m. the herd leaves for the river, and that is the site when maximum people visit it. So a bit more about the Pinawala Elephant Orphanage as we go along the video. It's a nursery or a captive breeding ground for the Asian elephants located in Pinawala village. This orphanage kind of boasts to having the largest herd of captive elephants in the world, and is very popular and visited daily by many Sri Lankan as well as foreign tourists. It was founded to care and protect the orphaned wild elephants found wandering in and near the forests of Sri Lanka. Established around 1975 by the Sri Lankan Department of Wildlife Conservation. Pinawala at that time was a very remote area with coconut plantation and a river, and mouths or handlers. They were also easily available in that particular area. It's situated just as in at the start of the video you saw that it's situated just beside the highway, and it has also some restaurants and refreshments that are on the highway as well, just opposite to the park. And I think on the opposite of gate number 3 or 2, I don't remember exactly, there is the Oya River, Ma Oya River, where the elephants go and take bath. So as a visitor you can come and see how the elephants are taken care of and what are the daily routine of the elephants, such as bottle feeding maybe you can see of the elephant calves, and the bathing scene as well. So the elephants that were displaced from their herd, or maybe they fell into ravines in their quest for water during the drought period, they were brought to this orphanage, and those who are wounded or diseased or weaning maybe, they are taken care of. There are roughly around 50 handlers out here. Just before this you saw the tusk elephant, and her name is Sumana, that is what we know. And here you can see an elephant being taken care of by the people of the orphanage. So elephants are given jackfruit, coconut, grass, and roughly around 76 kg of food every day, and 2 kg of rice bran and maize as well to keep them healthy. So while on the surface of it things would appear fantastic, but there are certain things that you may or may not like. At least we didn't. We enjoyed certain part of it. We understand that we are contributing towards the cause of elephant conservation, but there are certain things which you may not like. This is the place where the elephants take bath. So this elephant orphanage conducts captive breeding of some elephants, and once these elephants attain a full grown size maybe, they are given to temples or private owners as well. And there lies the first conflict, as in where you are encouraging breeding for a purpose, and even when these handlers who take these elephants to take a bath or they sometimes offer, as in to us they offered an extra payment, as in like they said that you can pay us extra and we'll let the elephants take a photograph with you. Even while the bathing exercise was going on, they said that we can bring all the elephants down. so that you can have a particular photograph taken with them. And also in this layer of water, you may not notice, but while we were observing, we could see that elephants were chained, as in they were pretty static at a place. Few were mobile though, but maybe they are well trained. But in the coming video, as in coming clips as well, you can see that there would be a thick chain around the neck of elephants, and their legs are usually tied up to certain points in the rocks with that. And few elephants are made to lie down in the water, and they would be threatened to hit in case they try to stand up as well. So you would see that the mouths or the handlers, they carry a very sharp, you can see it right here, they carry a very sharp edged stick. The sharp edge is of a iron, maybe of an iron or some metal, and they poke the elephants with that stick. Here you can see the chain that I was talking about, that's there on the elephants. So they are tied up even while they are bathing with this particular chain, and the sticks with the sharp edge that you can see, they, the mouths use this to poke the elephants so that they lie down in the water for a longer viewing time of the tourists, or do some certain activities that would encourage the tourists to take pictures and spend some more time. While tourism contributes significantly, because when tourists come these places, they have to be pretty sure about the kind of behaviors that they demonstrate, and hopefully these things are coming down day by day, these activities, but they are still rampant out there. As in, you can see the good side, you can see the bad side, and you can see the ugly side as well of these places, of how it's turning into a kind of zoo for the people. If you really want to see elephants, I would rather suggest that you go to Mineria National Park or Yala National Park, where elephants are left free so that they can be pretty much on their own. And we saw at least, maybe, I don't know, 50 or at least 20-30 elephants to be on a very conservative side, roaming freely in the wild, and that's a much more prettier sight compared to seeing elephants being chained and used as a prop for tourists. Yes, they take care of elephants by giving them a lot of food, by taking care and all that. But still, since there is so much wildlife in Sri Lanka, personally, we feel that if you want to enjoy elephants in Sri Lanka, just go to any of their national parks rather than this place. And maybe then things would improve day by day.